Oh, look at those.
They belong to my grandmother, Betsy. We believe that they must be at least 60 years old. I'm nearly 60, and I was playing around with them when I was sort of 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
4 or 5. So she had 9 children. I think there's about 17 grandchildren. and we all used to go down there on a Saturday afternoon. So as soon as I arrived at her house, I would go through the back door, sling off my girly shoes and hunt these out, and all those kids would just disappear into the fields and into the gardens around. Oh. So there's lots of really old, lovely memories that these bring back to me, really.
Why do you think you loved these as a child?
Quite simply, it's because of the clonk, because as a child I just used to love wearing any boots that would make a noise. And, you know, Granny was such a loving, caring, patient person, and, you know, you just felt safe and secure and loved. She used to help us, you know, learn how to cook, and definitely you could lick the spoon after the bowl.
So the best bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She'd spend hours with us, teaching us to play cards. Patience of a saint, really.
Sounds like the perfect grandma.
You know, she was definitely the perfect grandma. Sadly, we lost Granny in 1979. When we all went to the house afterwards, a lot of her personal possessions had got little labels on for who she wanted things to be left to. Oh, and these had a little label on for me, so I was very sad but delighted, and I'm a little bit ashamed that I've let them deteriorate, but, you know, they're loved, just like she was. The minute that you put these on your feet just feel cosy, warm and loved, and that's exactly how Granny made you feel.
So being able to put your feet in there feels a bit like Granny giving you a hug.
Yes, I think that's it is. I think so, yeah.
And what are you hoping he's able to do?
I'd really like it if you could keep the clonkiness. Yeah. Clean up the sheepskin inside and make that fluffy again. I mean, it's 40 years of accumulated muck, and it would just be nice to see them, you know, back to their best, I think.
Yeah, as Granny would have wanted.
Yes, yes.
So the whole heel block is made up of about 5 layers of leather, and I'm really just taking those top 2 layers off that are really damaged. The rest of the block looks okay, but you never know. You can start peeling those layers off and the rest of the block comes away. So many nails in it, and it's so dry, so old, kind of almost perforated the whole thing. This is exactly what I didn't want. The layers below are leatherboard, which is compressed fibres of leather into a board, and it's just crumbling. You can see there, another layer's coming off and another layer, and even that bottom layer. I feel that my only choice now is to take that whole block off and replace it with a proper leather block. It's so insecure that I think I can just lift it, and it has just crumbled. So I think I've made the right decision there. The top of the heel is now on. Now is the moment of truth. What I really need now is to recreate that sound that Bev was so fond of. And to do that, I'm going to mark out some points for some brass nails to go in. When most people walk, the outside of the heel will hit the ground first. So I think that is where the main noise is going to come from.